What's up guys, D-Dub's Garage. On this video today, we are going to be installing a Curt trailer hitch to my Saab 9.3. Alright guys, so you're probably wondering why on God's green earth am I putting a hitch on the Saab? Well, answer is simple. I want to tow bikes behind it. So, with this one, it's an 1.25" receiver. So, I got some stuff to make this work. Basically, a couple of pins. This is my big ol' adapter from Amazon. All these three things were on Amazon. And I think you can actually find this on there too. This is really cool, guys. This is the motorcycle dolly trailer. So essentially, you roll the bike's front wheel onto the here, strap it down. We got a couple extra straps too that I'll have to kind of figure out where I'm going to put them on the Saab, just because it's not like a truck where you have a bunch of access down there, but we'll figure something out there. And basically hook it up, roll it, and just the back wheels on the ground. So no need for registering a trailer brakes, any of the wiring, any of that stuff. I just did a 4, I noticed that. But really cool stuff. I saw this online. My mentor, who I've had since I've been a kid, basically a family friend of mine, he's actually a genius that built that Aermaki cafe racer, which is really cool. He told me, hey man, it's a good idea. And just for now, because obviously I don't have a work truck, the Saab is going to be awesome for it. So pretty cool. I got a kit from Curt Trailers that basically bolts right up to the Saab. At least that's what they say. We all know what happens when you get aftermarket parts. Sometimes you got to get creative. Hopefully that won't be the case here though, guys. Just a heads up too, if you're doing this yourself, so far I found that every socket is standard. So just a heads up there. Everything for all this, guys, is going to be in the description, all the links, if this is something that you're interested in doing yourself. I'm kind of hoping I'm on the only guy that tows stuff with a Saab convertible, but you know, you can't be that cool all the time, right? So we are going to go ahead, and even though lighting, as you can see, is at a bit of a premium here, guys, I'm going to see if I can take you for the ride and just kind of show you hopefully how easy this is or how hard it is. We'll find out. So far, just looking at the rundown, doesn't look too bad. So I know I've been babbling at the camera for a bit. Enough of that. Let's get to wrenching. Let's do it. All right, guys, we are under the Saab, as you can see from that last little time warp. I went ahead and jacked it up just to give us a little more room. I don't think it was entirely necessary, but definitely going to help us out a little bit here. Somewhere just a little tech tip for you guys too. The Saab doesn't really have a great way to like back or jack the back up right in the middle, just because obviously it's front wheel drive and your exhaust is running through there. So I always like to actually just do it on that subframe support bolt on the right side. And even though it does lift a little bit lopsided, that is enough to get it pretty high on both sides. And then obviously, guys, never get underneath a vehicle with just the jack under it. Always put some stands where they need to go. So we did that, and then this is something I actually did yesterday. I cut this panel out with an angle grinder and then just sanded down the edges. You'll see that in the other video for this from Curt. So essentially we need to do that and then pull these tins in here, these little plastic tins, to sneak the hitch up under here and then bolt it in those two holes. I think you guys can see those, through this tow hook and then through the subframe. So went ahead and did that yesterday, and then that leaves us with basically just installing the thing today. So let's do it. I think I got a good camera angle there for you guys. Got a 10mm extension for my little gun here. Just gonna crack them loose. I think it broke. Yep, it broke. That is really common on these guys. Ha! All right, 1 for 2, 50%. So got one of those guys out of there. This one, it's crazy. Even, you know, just that it's just plastic, it just ripped it right out of there. There you have it. Right now I'm just gonna kind of like look at how the trailer hitch looks, just because I'm running a pretty beefy aftermarket exhaust right here, as you guys can see. Nice big MagnaFlow muffler there. So I just want to make sure it doesn't foul on the hitch at all. So let's get it in there, see how it looks. All right, guys, so change of plans. I am not actually just gonna test fit the thing. It's a little bit tough when you're trying to like bench press it under here and you're on a bit of an awkward angle. So basically what I'm going to do is actually install the bolts first. I'm pretty sure the toughest one is going to be right here because you kind of have to fish it in with that like metal string they provide you. And then basically get this one started, and maybe even the middle guys, so I can just like get it where it needs to be, finger tighten the bolts, and then you know, then it won't fall on my face because that would suck. So we are gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna time warp it because I believe in you guys, and the instructions are on in the box and also on that Kurt video. If you guys want to check that out, I can also put the link to that video in my description. Can't talk today. So yeah, gonna go ahead and get the bolts in and hopefully just hang it right up there and we'll be good to go. Let's do it. So we got that carriage bolt up there. You guys can see I had never actually messed with one of those metal kind of like string pull throughs. So obviously you're supposed to thread it all the way on and then pull from the bottom. I sort of half did that and I was still able to get it through, so thank goodness. You might need a little persuasion to kind of get the square to actually fit through here. You guys can see I just used the hammer and tapped it in. Didn't go insane, and it eventually went through there, so that's good. And then pretty easy, left side if you're looking toward the back of the car is the smaller bolt, and then right side is the bigger one. So I'm actually gonna wait to put the stuff through here just because it might fall in my face and kind of get annoying. These two and then that one should be enough to at least thread one or two of these bolts in there and then keep the hitch from falling on my face. So I am going to go ahead and wrestle this thing in there. I'm gonna do a time warp of it so you guys don't have to hear me curse and go crazy, but hopefully it won't come to that. Let's get it in there, see how she looks. Quick correction, guys. Big carriage bolt goes in the close hole, not the far one. That's my bad. Luckily, I actually kind of destroyed that metal thing because I thought I didn't need it anymore. So I was actually able to use my snap-on trusty long magnet. So I was able to just kind of like push it in there and then pull it through with the magnet. Bada bang, she's in there. Now, after trimming this a little bit further, I'm sure you guys saw that in the last time lapse, I think we're ready to at least get this thing in there and these nuts started. So let's do it. Hopefully this time we actually do it. Let's go. Let's just see if we can kind of... Yet another thing, guys. It looks like this is actually gonna be even more of a pain in the butt than I thought. Looks like it actually, the hitch up here has to go behind this lip instead of, you can see it's in front of it now. So my goodness, one thing after the other. But it's all right. That's why we do these things, so we can show you guys the easiest way to do them. So, because obviously there's no way we're getting that to there. So, gonna go ahead and reroute this thing again. I'm not actually gonna tape it just because it's probably gonna be a lot of swearing and cursing like usual. So, gonna wait on that. Let's get it back on there right, and then I'll show you guys when I get this piece and this piece in the right place. Gonna go ahead and do it. It'll be no time for you guys, might be a bit for me. So, after a lot of finagling, I guess is a good word for it, I was able to get the hitch up in there. Basically, guys, I had told you two wrong things twice, so I don't even know why you watch this channel. No, but basically, I was right the first time. The hitch does go on this side of the back bumper there, and then I was actually right the second time on this one, so not too bad on there. But yes, the bolt does go in the closest hole. It actually makes it pretty easier on you to just almost slide in with your hands, so that's good. That nut's started. These two are started. They have carriage bolts on the back, so they can't spin when you go to torque them. You can see I just got this one started. Basically, oh, there goes my email. Basically, this guy just kind of holds through the through the tow hook there, and then you tighten it up. So it's cool. It gives you torque specs on everything. And at the last motorcycle dealer I was working at, I got real big into just like torquing everything. I don't know, it's satisfying, and also I have a click type, and I think the click type is just like, you torque it, you're like, ah, yeah. So I'm actually gonna listen to that this time instead of just going beast on these things. So I'm gonna go ahead and torque them all up, get you guys a nice little shot of it. I think for now with this guy, because remember the nut bolt or the nut broke off, I think I might just drill through it real quick and then actually just zip tie around there, because that'll just hold it enough so you know it won't be flap around in the wind. So gonna go get the torque wrench, torque this stuff up. So for the next step down, guys, these guys here, I am pretty sure they are, let's see what size socket this is, a 11/16. I'm gonna have to go grab a stubby though, because obviously that's not gonna give us any room there. But before I grab the stubby, go ahead and hit this one. We're gonna do it to 59 foot-pounds. Grab a torque wrench. Obviously we don't need box end because that nut is captive in there with the carriage bolt. So nice and easy there. Gonna roll it, torque wrench down to 59 foot-pounds. Get my 11/16 socket on there. Remember, everything is standard, so it's a bit of a change up for working on a Saab. There it is. Beautiful. All right, 59 foot-pounds there. I'm gonna go grab that shorty. All right, so guys, got my 11/16. It's just barely gonna fit in there with the stubby. And obviously, rule of thumb for anything mechanical, guys, always start everything, every nut, every bolt first, especially with something like this, before you torque them all up. So obviously I got mine all started, and then all that's left is to tighten them. So the last fastener here, just gotta push on her. There we go. It's the 3/8 one, and that is gonna be 45 foot-pounds. So I gotta go grab, I think it's a 1/2 inch socket. Let's find out. 9/16. Gotta grab a stubby 9/16 and torque that one to 45. I am going to set a torque wrench to bada bang. I just got to drill that hole over here. I'm gonna call that pretty good there, guys. That's a lot better than it would have been. I am super happy with the quality of this hitch, guys. I mean, this thing is solid in there. It tucks up really nice, actually, and out of the way. So something that says on the paper is it's only for single exhaust models, so keep that in mind. But I mean, guys, it just lines up, it works, it looks great. I'm really excited to start towing some bikes behind this thing and see how well she works. I'll get you a quick shot of it with the motorcycle dolly on there, just to make sure all my pins and everything are right. And then hopefully next video or a future video, I'll give that dolly a shot, and I'll give you guys a review of it, see what I think of it. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you feel like it, hit subscribe, hit like, comment too. I'm always open to comments because sometimes they even help me improve, and I am looking to do just that. So pretty cool. Got the moto dolly on there, hitch is in there strong, got the step up so that we can actually run this thing. Everything fits perfectly. Super happy with that. So we're gonna go ahead and step aside. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again.
This is sick. Oh my god.